you've pursued this, whatever it is you've been on the run ever since you were born, in a sense, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've been chasing after something or other.
Yeah. I was always looking for something to make me feel better, and I'll tell you what, this certainly enriches my soul. It really does.
The work that you're doing with the charity.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But you said something interesting when you were talking about being a Spice Girl. You said you got to be this famous, and you found fame, but then it wasn't what you thought it might be.
No.
So, I mean, so what was it? I mean, where did it fall short?
You know, I'd like to say I don't discredit it, you know, what we achieved together. You know, I thank the Spice Girls and all the fans. Without them, I would not be sitting here, so I'm truly grateful. However, it was a massive learning experience for me. You know, spiritually, mentally, my mind grew 100 years, you know, in so many ways. And I thought that was going to give me everything, and it's great. It does satisfy a piece of me, and I love it. But then there is more to life than that. Of course, and it's natural that you're going to grow and want to find more fulfilling things as well as that.
Okay. I mean, so basically it didn't fulfil you. But what's interesting then is to look at the aspect probably of that fame that didn't fulfil you. I mean, were there moments when you were this famous person, the Spice Girl and that sort of thing, where you actually thought, this is not really what I want at all?
I've always wanted it, and I still want it. I love it, but there was, you know, the day that I left the Spice Girls, and I wasn't planning to leave on that day, it made me check out my principles. Actually, I was meant to be in this studio doing the National Lottery, and the schedule wouldn't permit me to do a breast cancer interview. And I thought, hold on a minute, what are your principles? So I had to question myself. What am I about? Where's your integrity? You know?
So you did a breast cancer interview rather than...
Well, you know, things got very complicated, but,
yeah.
you know, but that is the reason why I left on that day.
Yes.
You know, I'm not saying that is the reason why I left the Spice Girls. There was never a good day to leave. That's the reason I was going to leave in September, you know, and the girls knew that. I'd pre-warned them.
So it just brought it forward a bit.
But it brought forward. That's all. But this is, you know, it's one of those things. This was my personal decision, not to do with any of the girls, really. It was just something that I had to do, spiritually, mentally, for my own growth. I really did. I felt like a hypocrite if I stayed. You know, I'm meant to be, you know, stand for girl power. Well, you know, it's not just about singing songs. It really isn't. So I had to do it.
Okay.
But I will be singing some songs soon.
Well, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I will.
My next question was to be that.
Was it? I beat you to it.
I know you did. so you're working on a record on an album?
Well, this year I put all my... You know, it's been a roller coaster of emotion. I thought I'm going to do something constructive, and I poured it all into lyrics for my album. So just before Christmas, I sketched all the songs, and I'm mastering them now. So what you're going to have is this album that's totally schizophrenic, mood swings, so every woman in Britain will identify with it. You know, and I expect you to be dancing. There's some songs that you can dance around in your underpants to, you know, and have good sex to, possibly. But as I am UN ambassador, you have to wear a condom. All right?
Can I borrow your Winstead pyjamas?
You can indeed. They are just, you know, total turn-ons.
Well, I've got no doubt you'll succeed. I mean,
oh, you never know. I might fall flat on my face, but you've got to try.
Well, you know, I mean, I think it's interesting. I mean, the three of you have achieved an awful lot in your lives. And I mean, what is a single factor? Is it this curious thing called ambition? I mean, with you and Carol, it obviously is, but with you, Dawn, I mean, you seem to have no real ambition at all toward doing what you're doing now.
No, it's true.
It's
a hideous accident.
That's right. Terrible, like a calamity, really.
Yeah, well, I certainly wasn't hell-bent on any of it, I have to say. It was sort of by mistake.
Yeah, that's right.
But it does feel very
landed
natural,
into it by mistake, but once you're in...
Oh, but you were driven as well, weren't you?
Well, driven into something, but not television.
Yes.
But then once I was in there, I thought, well, you know,
it's better than working, you thought, this.
Oh, well, I did.
It is. Don't tell anybody, else they'll all want the job.
And I did fall immediately in love with Richard Whiteley, of course.
Well,
who is a sex god.
Oh, hello, Richard, I've got to say to you.
He is irresistible, I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
No, I could resist him.
Could you?
Yeah.
Why do you The other thing, I mean, the one thing you have in common, actually, is that you all wanted to be members of a girl band, didn't you?
I've got a brilliant idea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Strike any song up.
And you can be backing singer.
I could be backing singer. I want to be the
or
manager.
Or a sexy little dancer at the front.
Yes. What was yours called?
Oh, well, we did the sugar lumps.
The sugar
with
lump,
these
the sugar
guys,
lumps,
but
that's
that's
right.
comic relief, which is ordinarily a very safe activity.
Yes.
I hasten to add, we don't drown everybody.
No.
That works for us.
But it was
Comic
worth
relief.
it. It made me grow. So every time I'm nervous, I say, at least I'm not drowning in Uganda.
OK, well, look, we're at the end, sadly, of our...
Oh, before we go,
yes, go on.
you promised something. You said that,
Go on.
and you have to stick to your word, that, you know, when you retire, you said that I could have your job, so I just wanted
I didn't say...
You did.
You didn't say
And you said that you would be my first interview, so can we get a question in?
Hey,
How was
you
it
said
for you?
that to me, too.
Hey, Parky.
What's your game, buddy?
Sorry. Yeah. No.
All right, Spunky.
Dr. Parky.
I'm going before it gets any worse.
Women on again.
I think we'll be the judge of whether you're spunk at the moment.
In the bar later.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Halliwell. Oh, dear. My thanks to Geri Halliwell, Carol Voderman and Dawn French. And from all of us here, very good night. Good night.